make cycle bonuses. So is anybody getting confused yet? Okay, not too bad. We're just getting started, so it could get worse. And I agree, this is a little confusing, and that's why we're here today. I'll do my best to make it as simple and as painless as possible for everybody to listen. Okay, so because it does get a little complicated, I give out some recommended priorities. Number one is we want to help ourselves and others get fit, both physically and financially. And that's what Monica was talking about earlier today. That's why Autumn's here. That's what's going on with the 21-day fix. So that's got to be your first priority. That's why we all started this business. Number two is Success Club. Do your Success Club 5 or 10 every month. That's what Monica and Dave are going to talk to us about a little bit later. And really, this is the minimum that you need to do for your business month after month to build a great business. So I want that to be your second priority. Number three is we have to earn income. Some people feel weird about that, but if you're not making any money in this business, then you're not going to be able to afford to do it. And we want as many coaches as possible, helping as many people as possible. And then finally, we have to earn and maintain a rank high enough to achieve all the income that we've earned through our volume. All right, I'll give everybody take a picture of that one. Okay, sometime when we start this business, we kind of feel like this, just this strange little blue dot all alone in the universe. But that's not true. You're really part of a bigger team. And your team could look like this, or you could be on the other leg of your coach, and it might look something like that. But we're going to assume, for the purpose of this discussion, your team looks like this. So you have two legs. You've got your left leg, and you've got your right leg. Your job in this business is really just to build those two outside legs as deep as possible. If everybody in your business does that, that will fill out your whole team. I like to show this little picture, right? Because some people are like, legs, what does that mean? Well, you think about it, if this is your body, you've got a right leg, you've got a left leg. Pretty easy to remember. Well, what about your coach's team, right? Your coach has two legs too. They're just a little bit bigger. He's got a left leg, which in this case you're on, and he's got a right leg, and this is the other portion of your coach's team that you don't really get to see. His job is just like yours, to build his two legs. Now, in this scenario, notice that your left leg matches your coach's leg, and so you share this one common leg. Because of that, you'll hear different coaches use different terminology. So sometimes this is called your outside leg. Obviously, it's the left side. A lot of times it'll be called your strong leg because this is the leg that your coach and other coaches will contribute to. Likewise, you've got another leg, the right leg. This one is sometimes called your inside leg because you're really the only one that contributes to the coaches over there. And therefore, it's sometimes called the weak leg. Now, this can obviously shift. If you do I missed one there, I think. If you do more business on your team, you could grow more coaches on the right side, and that'll become the strong leg. When I say strong and weak, I'm really referring to volume, not position. So sometimes those terms get messed up a little bit. Okay, so now we're just looking at your team. This is your individual team. If you zoom in, it looks like this. You're still part of the whole team with your coaches above you, but I just want to look at it in more detail. So again, our job is just to build these two outside legs. Okay, this graph up here shows you as an emerald coach. How many emeralds do we have in the room? Okay, great. This topic is really kind of designed for the emeralds and new coaches getting started. I think everybody can learn, but that's kind of the scope. So this shows us as emerald, and that's because you've enrolled two coaches. Coach number 1 and coach number 2. And, really there's several different ways to do that. I mean, the best way, as Carl was speaking earlier, is that you meet new people, like Mike was talking about with Form. You help them get their fitness results in a fitness program or a challenge group. And then they're so committed to the results they've gotten and excited about it that they want to share it with other people. So you do that naturally, organically. You build two coaches, PS1 and 2. Now, I think there's another way to do this, and you could do it by signing up 2 family members. Now, as Carl said, I don't want anybody to rely on just their family for building this business, but this is kind of a neat way to get your business going and started right off the get-go. So say you sign up a parent or an adult child, and you sign up your spouse. Or you could do any combination of this. A customer and a family member and a customer. The trick here is we want to get to Emerald as quick as possible. So my preference in this scenario is using this family method. And why do I say that? It's because this allows me to sell products under my wife as I work together with her, or husband, whichever the case may be. Okay, so let's look at how this works on your own. As a coach, I think we all know that you earn 25% commissions on just about all the products that we sell. So let's say that you're going to sell a $100 product like P90X or Shakeology. When you do that, you make a $25 commission. Now these are approximate numbers to make it easier, but that's about how it works. Now let's look at this family method. You become a coach, you still sell the same $100 product like P90X or Shakeology, but this time, instead of selling it under yourself, we're going to sell it under your wife. Now, your wife makes a $25 commission, and you have a potential for a $14 bonus. The neat thing about this now is that your income from this transaction just went to $39. So that's 39% on the same sale. So the question is, which would you prefer? To make 25% on the sale or 39? Okay, so to understand this, we need to understand what these bonuses actually are. First of all, they're called team cycle bonuses, and you earn a team bonus when your team buys or sells 300 points worth of products, or PV, from the company. So as an example, P90X costs about $125. Coaches save 25% on anything that they buy, so really they're going to pay about $100 for it, and it's worth about 100 PV. Again, these are approximate numbers, but it shows you how this works. Your team's product volume all combines together, and that's what becomes your team volume, TV, the difference between PV and TV. All right, so let's see how a bonus works. You make a sale, make a couple sales, you make a sale over here on the weak side. The one side is going to be strong because it has more sales. The other side is obviously weak. If you do that in a 2-to-1 ratio, you make your bonus. Now again, your strong and weak sides can switch, so let me just show you the same thing reversed. 1 sale, 2 sale, 3 sales, strong leg, weak leg, 2-to-1 ratio, bonus. Okay, so how will that actually work in your business? So what can happen, because we have this shared leg, is that you're given some teammates. Now where do these teammates come from? These aren't coaches that you enrolled, they just came into your organization. So where did they come from? They came from either your coach or the team above you that's contributing to build your team. We called this, on the shared leg, goes all the way down from your coach to you, and this is obviously our left side, so that's our strong side. Now, as they promote products, they're going to build up TV on that side. So you get 1 sale of P90X, another sale of Shakeology would be 200 TV. We look at our weak leg volume, we get 100 TV over there, under our spouse from a sale of P90X. Now the neat thing here is you just generated enough volume to get a cycle bonus. But really, this side of your team, the coaches that you didn't even enroll, they came from your team above you, did the majority of the work. They sold $200 worth of product. You sold just $100 worth of product. So really, you only had to build 1/3 of that business. I see some heads shaking, and people are starting to get it. It's awesome. You do that, $14 is your team bonus as an Emerald. Okay, well either side can be strong, so we can show you that same scenario. If you build up your inside leg higher, that could become the strong leg. You could do another $100 worth of sales in the weak leg, and that's $14. So what are some of the advantages of being Emerald? And we have a lot of Emeralds in the room, so I think you know this. But you have to be Emerald to earn the bonuses. As an Emerald, you can earn up to $250 a week. And you actually receive free customers from the company. So if a client buys a product from the company's ads, they get assigned a coach, and that goes to our pool of Emeralds. So now you're Emerald, what comes next? Well, I want you to continue to enroll new coaches. So here I'd like to talk about placement. You still have your two legs, left and right, and we have a new coach that we think is going to become a strong coach. Now, how do we know if a coach is going to be strong or not? We really don't. It's always a guess. But if you can make a guess on a coach, then you can maximize your earnings from it. So since I think this is going to be a strong coach, I want to put him on my weak side. I kind of created this rule. Strong coaches go to your weak side. Because I want more volume over there, that's going to give me bigger bonuses and bigger checks. Now, if we have another new coach, maybe who's going to be not so strong, I'm going to put him on the strong side. So weak coaches to the strong side. What does this do? I have to put some coaches on each leg to achieve the ranks. Now I just want you to grow your Emeralds. You went Emerald, so you're perfectly qualified to teach that to other people. What are some of the techniques? We could use this family method. You can host your fun challenge groups. And I really recommend that all coaches start either running their own Coach Basic group or get involved in one that shows you how to run challenge groups and get to Emerald. Either way, you're really just paying this forward. So what are some of the advantages of building Emeralds on your team? Well, number one, your team's growing. You're generating more volume, which will lead to more income. Now they're getting free customers, so that's going to produce even more volume on your team. And you rank advanced to Ruby. Now you're going to start earning this extra 5% matching bonus. So as your coaches make bonus, you get a small percentage of what they make, and it's pretty neat. And your team bonuses now go from $14 to $16. Your max bonuses now per week jumps from $250 to $1,000 per week. And that was one of our goals when we started this conversation. Everybody raised their hand that they wanted to earn an extra $1,000. This is how we can do it. This is how we can do it again. Okay, so you were Emerald. Now you're Ruby. What happened in that process? Well, your new strong coach found two coaches. He became Emerald. Your mom enrolled a couple coaches. She became Emerald. When that happens, you go Ruby. Now rocket science. It's all about building Emeralds. You went Emerald. You taught your team how to go Emerald. You achieved 2 Emeralds. Now you're Ruby. You reached the part-time income goal of $1,000 a week. Now again, there's two things, right? We need rank and we need volume. But this is the maximum, or this is the minimum rank that you need to get that kind of income. But wait, it can get even better. So how many diamonds were there in the room? A little bit less, but quite a few. That's awesome. So if we add a few more coaches to the team, a couple coaches on my right, a couple coaches on my left, now I become this diamond coach. Now what are some of the advantages of being diamond? Your matching bonus now goes from 5% of what your coaches make as a bonus to now 10%, so even better, twice as good. You qualify to get free coaches now from the company. So if somebody calls the company and wants to become a coach and they're not already affiliated with a coach, then that goes to our pool of diamond coaches. So anybody here who's qualified to be diamond can earn these free coaches. And your team bonus now goes up to $18. It was $14, then $16, but now $18. Your maximum team cycle now goes up to $2,000 per week. That's twice of the income goal that we set when we started talking today. So, what do we have to say? You can see now that it's not too hard to earn a nice part-time income in this business. And mostly it's just from becoming an emerald building factory. Really, this is just a simple case like I started this conversation off with. It's just friends helping friends. It's kind of like this old movie, Pay It Forward. And if you pay it forward, it's going to pay off for you. I just want to close by saying, I'm not a professional network marketer. I got started in this company because I loved the fitness results that it gave for me. But a lot of people come to me and they think this is all magical and mystical. And hopefully if I can share some of the techniques that I've given with you, we can all make this grow even faster and better. Woo! Thanks, guys.